So tonight on a veterans page, I read a post that said, sometimes I'm so angry, I don't know what to do with all this anger and rage. I read everyone's comments on all their different tools, and there were some great ones. One of the ones I said is to make videos. So if this serves as nothing else, again, the way that I get it out, I still don't know whether I'm going to get these out one day or if that's enough for me to just get it out of my system. But I think a lot of it has to do with voice, that there's a story that you need to tell or something that you feel that you need to say. And then it's like, well, why me? Why me? You know, I don't have followers. I don't have, I'm not an influencer. My voice doesn't matter. It's not going to change anything. My vote doesn't matter, that whole thing. So maybe it's just about just getting the energy out, boxing. But I feel like a lot of these women, as I was reading their comments, I wonder if they've ever just yelled it and gotten pissed off and said, this isn't okay, and this is what happened to me, or this is what I'm angry about, and I've never gotten it out of my soul to somebody who said, I see you, I hear you, you matter. So I just watched the George Floyd video, and yeah, I'm an extreme empath. I feel everything. Like, whatever word you want to call it, super sensitive is probably what one side would call it. One group of people would probably call it an empath. One group of people would call it too freaking emotional. Another group would call it being a liberal. I have an extreme, and I've had it since I was a child. My dad wrote a poem about it when I got made sergeant. My parents, just said when I was little, like, always fighting for other people, but also feeling other people's pain. And some people call that empath, and some people say that's too much. And I say, or you can't hold this for the world, or you can't feel all of this, or just don't feel it. And I think, well, wouldn't that be nice if we all just shut it off? If we all just shut off everyone's pain. Maybe if everyone would take a little bit of it, then those of us who feel it wouldn't feel like we have to do something about it. If everyone would take a little piece of that and stop passing the buck on it. Maybe if I felt like there were more people fighting for the things I want to fight for, then I could just do what everyone else is doing and be like, oh, it's cool. It's cool. There's kids in sex slavery. I know there's people fighting for that. Thank God. But when I hear positive vibes only and, God's in control. Is he in control of that? I don't really care if it makes anyone uncomfortable that I say it anymore, because I'm so sick and tired of that buck passing. Like, first of all, we aren't God. Second of all, we were supposed to do it like Jesus did it. If we're doing it perfect. None of us are perfect. So I'm not going to do it like Jesus did, because I'm not Jesus. And he got pissed about things. And when I look at the root of what he got ticked about, I think that's one story of him getting angry. It doesn't mean that's the only time we can get angry. We came out screaming. There is a time for anger. There is a time for everything under the heavens, and I'm angry and I'm ticked. And I think we train women to be quiet and to hold in their anger and to act like a lady. And it's like, yeah, is that what you're going to tell a lady when she's giving birth? No wonder it's so hard for me to conceptualize childbirth, about how gross it would be and how messy it would be, and that I would look awful and I would blow every blood vessels in my eyes and everywhere else. And because it's not very ladylike, is it? So, never hearing the message of strong, bold, fierce women in the Bible, and just wanting to be a Ruth, and having my mom, thank goodness, grab me by the shoulders and say, don't you ever. God gave you that voice for a reason. And I just keep hearing that. And even she might not like my message, but I know my mom would say, well, you are 46 years old now. I never want anything that I say to come back on my family, but at the same time, I still think that's why I'm holding it in, because my belief system no longer perfectly aligns with the way I was raised.